Hi there. Sorry I haven't made a video for a while. I've had a couple of requests asking me to do some more, but I think life just runs away from us all sometimes. Anyway, things still not going very well at all on the trying to conceive front. And in fact, this month, I mean, today is cycle day 2 for me, so that tells you straight away that I failed again. But this month is somewhat harder because it's the first cycle following my HSG test, tube jet wash as she called it, last cycle. And basically it's harder because obviously she made all these big promises to me, or promises, I know she wasn't promising, but it feels like it when you want any little glimmer of hope turns into a bonfire of hope. She told me that was the month and to keep trying, and it should sort itself out and all the other stuff. And obviously it didn't. And if anything, the differences I noticed were my ovulation does tend to be a bit all over the place, and I use the OPKs to test. And last month it was, I keep forgetting we're in November now, so in October I didn't get a positive OPK until cycle day 26, which is quite late, particularly when you never know. With my cycles, my last few had been between 32 and 36 days long, so 26 was quite late on. And me and hubby had been sort of doing the deed every other day up until the day I got the positive OPK, and the theory was then to try it every day until it went negative, and I normally get 3 days of positive, so it's only going to be 3 days in a row, which we've done before. But that month, hubby decided to suddenly go into one about how clinical everything was. So we literally, once I got that precious positive OPK, we tried once, just once, and then it didn't seem to want to know. And of course, I know just that once can be enough because sperm's supposed to live for X amount of days and all the other stuff that we're told. Didn't work for me. I got all my hopes up because obviously period was showing up later than it had been. I mean, I've only ever reached 40 days once, ever. And this month it decided to go to 41 days, so of course I got my hopes up. I wasn't even symptom spotting. I was determined not to symptom spot, and I didn't. Apart from the fact that it was late, and I swear I took an OPK on day 38 and it was positive, and that gets your hopes up because that can sometimes indicate positive pregnancy. But I took a first response early result test when I was 12 days past ovulation, which I counted from the day the test turned negative. So I had 3 days of positive OPKs, and then from the next day when it went negative, I counted past ovulation from then. Whether that's right or wrong, perhaps someone could tell me if you do it differently. I'd be really interested to know how other people work this out. And like I say, I did the early result pregnancy test on 12 days past ovulation, and it was negative. Although I drove myself mad for most of that day rechecking it, but it stayed negative, funnily enough. Even when I asked Hubby to look at it, it was still negative. And then the day after that, that was the Saturday morning. By the Sunday evening, I'd started spotting. And I don't know, I can't be the only one. Please tell me I'm not the only one. You still, even when you start getting those aches and pains and the spotting, tell me I'm not the only one that sits there thinking, maybe it's implantation, or maybe, because I've bled in other pregnancies, I always think, oh, it doesn't mean I'm out. It doesn't mean anything. I don't. I think literally with me, I don't believe it until I'm like I am today, sat here in absolute agony and very heavy. And then I think, obviously not the case again. So I'm really feeling quite down today. I should have left this and done it when I was feeling a bit more upbeat, but I'm not seeing that happening so much this month, because now it actually brings us to 2 years, which is why, again, as well as having the HSG and it making no difference to me, it being 2 years is make it that much harder. And again, I feel bad because my 3 boys mean everything, and in some ways, the fact that they want another sibling so much makes me feel I'm letting them down by not being able to. I've been known as the one that cries on videos. I want to be like that mad cat woman. If anyone's seen that video, but this doesn't change how I feel about my boys. And again, I feel guilty for how upset I am that I for whatever reason, don't seem able to function anymore. The hospital appointment, which would have been the thing to keep me going this month, should have been, because obviously today's the 1st of November, should have been the 28th of this month, but my local hospital very kindly decided to be really helpful and send me a letter saying they'd changed it. No explanation, just with regret, of course, that they changed it from the 28th of November till, I can't remember when it is, January the 20-something, so 3 months further on. Despite the fact my consultant, when he saw me in August, wanted to see me 3 months to give me the results, because I don't even have the results officially of my tests. Nothing, I don't know what's going to be done next. Absolutely nothing, and obviously I'm getting that much older. I'm going to be 37 in March. So, clock's ticking, and I have endometriosis, which actually, while I'm on that subject, can I have a little rant about hubby? As I say, hubby decided, for whatever little reason of his, that once we got the positive ovulation test, once was all he wanted to do. And it did eventually, once we got past, and I realised that it probably wasn't working this month. Resentment or just frustration boiled over a little bit, and we did have an argument, where it then turns out that he started ranting at me about how he doesn't like it being so clinical. I can understand if it was, but no. We were trying every other day. He was quite happy with that, funnily enough. And, not only was it clinical, I keep telling him it hurts. The man's known me most of my life. I've had endometriosis most of my life. Which, of course, if anyone else has it does make sex painful. I mean, that's when I was doing it here, there and everywhere with him, no routine. Every other day, it gets very painful. And he didn't like me telling him so okay, fine, not sure what I meant to do with that one, but we're seeing okay now. I'm trying not to think about the fact that may be part of the reason that I failed again this cycle. We didn't try enough in the fertile time. I'm of 2 minds whether I'm hoping that that's the case, that it's just something basic like that. It's not likely to be that basic, is it, really, after all this time, but we always hope. Anyway, I would be interested to know, like I say, how anyone else works out their ovulation, or anything anyone could suggest. I'm looking into trying these soy isotone tablets, these vitamin things that are meant to be nature's own Clomid, I've heard them referred to as. I'm looking at that, but I think because I'm day 2 I may have missed my chance on that as well. But I'm interested to know how everyone else is doing. I do check up on people that comment on my blogs, and I've got various people I'm following as well. I really hope people are having better luck than me. I hope everyone had a good Halloween, Samain yesterday. Thanks for watching, putting up with me yet again. Good luck to everyone. Bye.